desk of Nigerian Meteorological Agency. As we are fast approaching the onset of the rains over the south of the country, there's been an increased report of torrential rains accompanied by strong winds over one or two places over the inland of the south and along the coastal states. But for the highlight of our forecast for Monday, we expect sunny conditions with increasing daytime temperatures over most parts of the north, while from the central states down to the coast and its inland, we expect cloudy to partly cloudy conditions to prevail. And as we enter into the afternoon, we expect the buildup of energy and enough insolation to induce one or two isolated thunderstorms over the coastal areas and along the inland of the south. And that will be all for now from the Nigerian Meteorological Agency. Do join us for more updates.
You can watch this news live online via the NTA mobile app, which you can download on your Android device at the Google Play Store or at the Apple Store if you use devices with iOS. Well, I'll take a short break. Newsline resumes shortly with Becky in Lagos. Stay on the line.
Fight is won long before you step into the ring. It takes massive investment, dedication, planning, and during fierce competition, never backing down. In 2005, we invested in the world's only privately undersea data cable, then connected this to its extensive fiber optic network throughout Nigeria, which seamlessly delivers flexible and affordable data plans for everyone, making Glo Nigeria's largest data network in new subscriptions. You see, it's not what you step into the room with that makes you the master. It's everything you did to get you there. Now enjoy 3G and 4G data plans at the same price. Star triple seven hash. Largest data network. Glo, masters of data.
With Happy Cover from Leadway Assurance, you'll be covered for, well, almost anything. From personal cover to automobile to house, all with one single premium. Get happy. SMS happy to 22865 and we'll call you back. SMS now. Live happy with Leadway Assurance, ensuring happiness since 1970.
Your Indomitables pack is now 50 Naira only. Nothing tastes like my Indomie. Now 50 Naira only for Indomitables pack.
Indomie noodles, tasty nutrition, good for you.
See? That's it?
F. C.
But she's academically so good.
Could have been better.
My grade, fitness F.
Emotional well-being E. E?
I want you to play with me when you get tired.
Mom, I want you and the baby to be healthy.
Promise. I'll eat healthy foods, okay? I love you.
We will always play together. We will be champions.
Inakwana.
I can say without equivocation that my glimpse of the facilities, staff and students as I drove around and chatted with them, this campus leaves me or anyone in no doubt that the setting of this university is superlatively impressive, with nothing of its kind that I have seen so far in the country or anywhere else.
Afe Babalawo University, the fastest growing educational institution in Africa. There is a reason Africa is called the new frontier. What was once potential is now an opportunity ready to be seized. Once revered for our resources, today's wealth lies in our people. People who build the cities that shape the future. People who know an idea in one place means business in another. A generation for whom technology means there are no borders, no boundaries. We are the new lions in a brave new world, kings of the urban jungle. And there's a bank that puts the world in our pocket and the future in our hands. UBA, Africa's global bank.
Hello?
Welcome to the M6 Challenge. Using your new Xiaomi M6, carry out everything on that list, starting now.
Get to the door. Congratulations, you have passed the test.
Xiaomi M6 with a 5,000 milliamp battery that lets you go on for 2 days on a single charge. Xiaomi M6, always in power.
Thanks for staying on the line. Strategically located along the famous Ikorodu Road in Lagos is the popular Mile 12 market. This market is a melting pot for a variety of food items from other parts of the country, especially from the north. A major food item that the market is known for is tomatoes. When Annie Daniels went to this market, she was attracted by what appeared to be an endless spread of baskets of tomatoes. This experience is what she wants to talk about.
The tomatoes, in a beautiful shade of red, were visibly firm and fresh. Nice to the eyes, they were obviously more succulent than those found in other markets. Lawal Bilial Adam is the secretary of the Association of Tomato Sellers at the market.
There is one that is coming from Katsina State and Bauchi State, the one that is coming from Kano, the one that is coming from Jos.
Their robust appearance is so tempting that a buyer may purchase more tomatoes than originally intended.
We call it just that UTC. It's pure blood red. It is less in water, less in seed, thick in skin. If you first see like that, you can see it is very strong. Therefore, it can take longest time. We use just to provide this seed.
He explains further.
If there is storage facility, you can store this one more than 21 days without any problem. But now, due to that we don't have storage facility, it is going to be lasting only for 4 days.
But there are some buyers at this market who have a long list of complaints.
Tomatoes, 30,000. One tomatoes, 30, 15, 20. The last one, I be 75. And we don't even know what happened to it that make it to be high like this. Everybody just they find their own daily bread. That's why no plenty gain for markets now.
From November to December, even to January, the price just go down due to the we are in full season in the north. But now, due to the season don't go down, now most of the harvesting just that is few that is going to be coming, and the market comes simultaneously by that time. Before we are carrying our motor, we are loading 450 baskets. Now, due to the bad road, we are loading only 350 with reducing 100 baskets. Therefore, it is part of it that is going to be increasing the cost for it.
Different strokes for different folks, you might say, and some other buyers say they would not shop anywhere else but at Mile 12 market.
We must buy from Mile 12 so that our price will be minimal if we want to sell in retail. The quality of their market, they are good. It's grade by grade. If we go to another place, that place, their market may be too long there, and some of them might have been rotting.
Well, it's not all about fresh and succulent tomatoes, because right here, we saw some baskets with degraded tomatoes, the sorts that are generally referred to as rotten.
People who are selling rice, they used to come and buy it and go wash the that is spoiling one and cook their rice. Even if it's spoiled the tomatoes, you know what I mean? When you wash it, you can cook it and everything you can do it.
Really?
The quality of your tomatoes is going to be defend your price. If you have you bring in a qualitative tomatoes, you can get more money. If you bring the bad varieties that we are calling local, we are using local varieties. They are using it for home consumption only, not for industrial specification.
Listen to more revelations.
We are offloading 2 times per day. We have morning offloading that we are starting from 6 a.m. to stop offloading by 9 a.m. Then evening offloading with a start offloading by 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. to stop by 5 p.m.
So how much of customers going to buy from you?
Yes, a lot of people, they are coming from different parts of the Lagos state and even the neighboring state.
I know a lot of Lagosians are planning to visit Mile 12 for cheap tomatoes. That was the point of that feature. We'll always look out for you. Still sticking with tomatoes, tomato farmers in Kano State are having a boom after the near extinction of the crop last year traced to what was called tomato Ebola. The biggest indicator to this boom is the resurgence of a specialized tomato market with amazing characteristics. Hamis Sirogo reports that this is a market in the wilderness of Kano that has provided the people with a unique way of life. Tell us about it, Hamisu.
In Kano State, dry season farming brings survival possibilities. They exist more in agriculture. As a matter of fact, 36 of the 44 local government areas of Kano State find life in dry season farming. This is the reason why. Rich irrigation systems ensure that farmers in Kano State enjoy all year round agriculture. In fact, irrigation provides more opportunities for wealth creation and employment generation for the people of Kano State. That is the case of Kolargafan. For anybody that is familiar with the Kano to Kaduna Road, he cannot miss Kolargafan. Kolargafan is an illustrious area where thousands of people are finding their life daily, doing something in agriculture, doing something about tomato, especially at this time of the year. And you know what? The tomato this year is something different. Last year, people lost producing tomato. This year, they again producing the same tomato. It is a different story altogether. Kolargafan is a market area that exists only to support trade in tomatoes. This market does not exist near any formal settlement. It is located at the irrigation farmlands. It comes live once in a year, from January to May. That is the period when the irrigation farms are weaning out their tomatoes. During that period, no agricultural activity engages the people more. Every day, thousands of baskets of tomatoes leave the irrigation farms to Kolargafan market, where there are ready buyers. As we move around the market, every market stall is engrossed with an aspect of the tomato business. This market is the major supplier of tomatoes to communities across all of Nigeria and some countries in West Africa. In the words of the head of the market, Ibrahim Sariki, an estimated 300 lorry loads of tomato leave Kolargafan every day to those markets.
The price of one basket of tomato this year is worth the price of 10 baskets of tomato last year. And this year, there is no issue. You bring your product and you collect your money immediately.
The tomato market this year, says Seriki, is like an atonement for the loss of last year. Last year, tomato farmers suffered heavy losses due to tomato worm and market vagaries. In fact, many farmers changed from tomato to cultivation of rice and wheat. However, those that keep pace with the tomato have a good harvest and a good price. And Kolargafan is playing the big mother to thousands of these families. We watched as vehicles were loaded with tomatoes to market nationwide. As a matter of fact, even tankers going south are used to convey the products. Thousands of people earn a living working in various segments of this tomato market. Motorists, laborers, food and drink vendors, and particularly makers of baskets. Every day, thousands of baskets are sold here as containers for the transportation of the tomatoes. There are recreation areas in the market too. Because the market brings together people from all over Nigeria, especially drivers, sports like wrestling are always on the card. Kolar thrives round the clock, but it has no sleeping quarters. So it is 24 hours of standing. For everyone done or tired, he has to find rest other than from the market.
About tomatoes, now that we have a boom, let's think storage. It can be achieved locally. Moving on, My Alo is a village in Bauchi State located in Toro local government area. This village is one of the several communities in the state that is known for historical heritage. Mahmoud Ibn Mohammed is set to tell us about Kwando Kaya, a historic site located in this village.
Situated at kilometer 75 from Bauchi along Bauchi-Jos Road into a local government area of Bauchi State, Kwandon Kaya is a site with over 100 years of history, which begins with this heap of stones situated opposite My Alo village. To trace the root of this historical site, NTA News crew in company of some guides embarked on a fact-finding mission to the top of Mountain Kwandon Kaya, where a clan of an unidentified warrior settled over 200 years ago.
That village down there is the very spot where our journey began.
Being a rigorous journey on foot, it took us about 1 hour 30 minutes to get to the epic of the mountain, that is the ancient settlement of the people of Kwandon Kaya.
This very spot that I'm standing is the real settlement of the people back then.
Having seen the settlement as well as relics and other artifacts at some locations, we took some time out for lunch.
Going through all the rigors of climbing up this mountain, here we are eating one of the favorite dishes in Bauchi State, that's masa.
On with our lunch, we then proceeded on our journey to other sites and locations that established the existence of people on Kwandon Kaya mountain and came across some caves. As we were about to explore one of the caves on the mountain, our camera lens caught the shot of a snake, which forced us to have a second thought from going into the cave. And now to the main focus of our adventure, that is the heap of stones that were gathered for over 100 years, that is during the reign of Yakubu Bauchi II from 1907 to 1941. Malam Muhammad Bello, the village head of My Alo, who took us to the historic site, explained that the people that resided on Kwandon Kaya mountain back then constituted nuisance to passerbys, thereby kidnapping people and snatching items from them.
Yakubu sai ya ce a zo a yaƙe su.
Mutanen said that they should be engaged in a war, but someone suggested that they should be confronted spiritually because they live on top of the mountain.
Worried by their notorious acts, the then Emir of Bauchi, Yakubu Bauchi II, in consultation with other stakeholders in his kingdom, decided to find a lasting solution to the problem using a spiritual silver ring called Mak'a.
After praying on the silver ring, one of the Yakubu servants volunteered to go with the ring to the settlement.
Faced with the confusion of ownership of Mak'a, the entire settlers of Kwandon Kaya mountain decided that they should come down from the mountain and go their separate ways in order for peace to reign.
In order to show their number, they decided that each able youth should come down with a piece of stone.
Since their departure from Kwandon Kaya mountain over 100 years ago, this very site has been in existence, which established the fact of their existence and notorious activity.
Ironically, one can pick this stone and go home with it, but there's one thing that still remains a mystery. After going home with it, for anybody that left with it must bring it back. The mystery here is nobody knows what is the problem and why people bring back the stone to its actual position.
Thanks for that insightful tour, Mahmoud. Now, it is true to say that the Igbo are very adventurous and illustrious. There is nowhere in the nooks and crannies of this country that they cannot be found living in peace with their hosts and doing business. Now, in Benin, Edo State, their story is not different. Members of the Igbo community in Edo State paid a visit to the Oba of Benin, and here is the outcome as reported by Ogochukwu Ona.
It was a carnival of sorts. Oba's palace in the heart of Benin was filled to capacity. Members of the Igbo community came in their numbers with their very best cultural identities. The Jele Masquerade, known as the biggest in sub-Saharan Africa, listed in the UNESCO archives as an intangible cultural element. Also adding color to the event are the Abiriba war dancers, other masquerades of different shapes and sizes, and of course, women dance groups.
The Oba of Benin is the grand patron of Ndibu. For us, the coronation of an Oba is a momentous occasion. It's a privilege that many don't live to witness. And since we are witnesses to it, we felt we should accord it the dignity, the honor, the stature it deserves.
It was also an opportunity for him to make some requests, including a solution to the exclusion of Ndigbo from the leadership of Awareke market and the land issue at Ute community, where they intend to build an international market, but being frustrated by some of the community leaders. The obviously elated Obaiwa II greeted them in the language they understand. He says the visit is a great honor.
For an Igbo man to shut down his shop is a lot of investment that you have made. For this, we thank you immensely for what we have seen today, particularly high-ranking traditional rulers amongst your community.
Before retiring for the day, the monarch did not fail to advise the youths to be law-abiding as he offered royal blessings.
Report underscores the importance of peaceful coexistence. As Nigerians, we can decide to make a home outside our state of origin. We are one united people. Moving on, a light at the end of the tunnel has become real for the people of Taraba State. When he visited some areas, the governor was appalled by the level of underdevelopment. He decided to uplift the areas by creating a special development area which has been carved out of 5 local government areas of the state. Hear the rest from Joseph Zana Gambo.
A new dawn has come for the people in parts of Bali, Gashaka, Sardauna and Kurmi local government areas who are predominantly of the Ndola ethnic extraction, when the wife of Taraba State Governor Mrs. Anna Dairos Ishaku became the first public figure to tour the area and came face to face with the realities of its underdevelopment. With very poor access roads and absence of government presence in forms of schools, healthcare centers, water supply and security agencies, the visit of the governor's wife helped cast the plight of the people in the area in the public domain. The state government thereafter created the Ngada Special Development Area, with the objective of opening up the resource-rich region and kickstarting the process of its development.
Join me to move the vision to capture Ndola community and move it to greater heights.
The coordinator of the Ngada Special Development Area, Reverend Joseph Titus Nagumbi, who said the people of the area have been mobilizing to support any initiative by government and development partners to better their living conditions, said huge economic resources that are abound in the area have not been exploited. These include agricultural potentials for cocoa, coffee, palm produce and forest resources, as well as solid minerals.
As your eyes could not see the difficulties of the terrain, you decided to sacrifice yourself, your reputation, to make us known to the world.
Reverend Arthur Elwig, the development consultant to Ngada Special Development Area, who has done a lot in the area since 1982, has also spoken of the need for donor agencies and investors to support the efforts of government to transform the area. The construction of the administrative secretariat and the maternity clinic at Sunkuru, the headquarters of the Special Development Area, are currently ongoing barely months after its creation.
To Taraba State government for changing the fortunes of those communities. There is a new fashion trend amongst pregnant women in this country. Most of them no longer wear the traditional maternity gowns. What do they wear? Stay on the line to find out when Newsline returns from this break.
The Federal Ministry of Transportation wishes to inform the general public of the groundbreaking ceremony to mark the commencement of the construction of the Lagos-Ibadan railway line with extension to the Lagos Port Complex, Apapa. The ceremony will be performed by His Excellency, the Acting President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, SAN. Chief Host, Right Honorable Chibuike Rotimi Amechi, the Honorable Minister of Transportation. Date, Tuesday, 7th March 2017. Venue, Nigerian Railway Corporation Compound, Ebute Meta, Lagos. Time 10 a.m. prompt. S. Zachary, Permanent Secretary, Announcer.
Beautiful things are happening when the sun goes down and when the night is darkest. That's the time our life shines bright. It's good to take some time away to put a smile on someone's face. Smile for me, smile for you, smile because you know that happiness is sure. Let your joy be more. So everywhere you go, you can make your laughter loud. You don't have to be there to make your presence felt. No matter where you are, we can be together in love. Together in love. Together in love. Happiness is sure. Let your joy be more. So everywhere you go, to make your presence felt. No matter where you are, we can be together in love. Together in love. No matter where you go, together in love. No matter where you are, together in love. Rise
Feel the tasty, refreshing goodness of Chi Iced Tea. Chi Iced Tea, made from premium natural tea leaves with delicious fruity flavors. Chi Iced Tea. Drink positive. Come over to the tea side of life.
It's finally here, the most anticipated sports show on live television, featuring great sports icons from ex-internationals to famed journalists and administrators. It doesn't come bigger than the Sports Parliament, which premieres live on the NTA network this Thursday from 11 p.m. till 12 midnight. Be a part of the biggest sports talk show on television to help chart a successful path for Nigerian sports. 11 p.m. to midnight on Thursday on the NTA. Sports Parliament, where the eggheads converge.
We are a wonderful, highly nutritious family. Smalley loves hanging out with friends. Selfie keeps you nourished. We've got Paddy for celebrating the high points of life with friends. Our active triplets are always on the go. Mixology goes well with all your favorite drinks. Slurp It Off is a first choice for your fast food. And Go-Gurt is like our Ajala, everywhere you need him to be. And then there's me, Jolly Jolly, bringing nourishment to every gathering. Hollandia yogurt is bursting with goodness inside and out. So we've got nourishment for everyone and every moment. Hollandia yogurt, it's all good.
Welcome back. Today, former President Olusegun Obasanjo turned 80. To celebrate, activities were lined up for a whole week. Among what was done was the official opening of the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library. Telka Wilkie, who was in Abeokuta, reports on this library, which is the first of its kind in Africa.
Education is the bedrock of any society. Little wonder most countries of the world take the issue of education very seriously. With this in mind, former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo decided to embark on a monumental journey of recapturing the Nigerian historical experience and cultural endowment with the installation of a presidential library.
Abeokuta is known for hills and rocks. We are actually on a hilltop right now and overlooking the first and only presidential library in Africa and of course in Nigeria.
Set in a serene and beautiful environment with the trappings of nature, the first presidential library stands towering over the entire space in Okemusan, where it's located in Abeokuta, Ogun State. With the motto preserving the past, capturing the present and inspiring the future, the Presidential Library is an assortment of historical and cultural assemblage as well as an academic and recreational archive, which of course gives insights to knowledge-seeking individuals and groups on Nigeria and the African history, culture and policies.
If you come to this place, it's like a dictionary of life. Everything is here. Just take your shot and see. Everybody that has governed Nigeria is there.
It only shows that he has a passion for education.
He's a man of the world. He's part of that. Somebody who promotes the African culture, and he makes the African voice to be heard on the international circuit.
That's not all. There is a museum which houses personal effects of the former president and weaponry used during the Nigerian Civil War, complete with wildlife and recreational amenities.
This area contains valley, hills, rocks, river, and believe is such a place that can be played with to create an aesthetical value.
Every Nigerian should be proud of what we have here. The museum, the library, the landscape, everything speaks to the greatness that Nigeria represents.
An enactment of the life and times of Chief Olusegun Obasanjo was also on display.
This is the bicycle he rode on while he was just starting off in life. And there's so much more that will prick your interest and will wow you.
It's amazing. I mean, this is a history in a very impressive form. We have been taken through the years, Ambassador's years in the military and the public life. Young people, scholars, can learn from his life.
40 drums were rolled out to commemorate Festac 77 at 40, with indigenous scholars and international personalities reflecting on the gains of Festac 77 to the African continent.
The benefits cannot be forgotten. You can see the National Theatre, the Festac Town, the double hotels, and also the colloquial aspect of it.
What we try to show by showing the relics of Festac
is to tell you a beautiful idea that was planted in 1977, which has blossomed into a very powerful image for Nigeria everywhere.
The celebrant Chief Olusegun Obasanjo says he's indeed grateful to God for giving him many chances to make a difference.
Many hearty cheers to Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. We wish you many more years in good health. We will now hand over to Isaac Nkuma in Abuja for a Thanksgiving service in honor of Chief Olusegun Obasanjo at 80.
Thank you.
And Nigerians have been admonished to emulate the virtues of former President Olusegun Obasanjo for his dedication to the service of God and commitment to promoting a united Nigeria and development of Africa. Former prelate of the Methodist Church, Nigeria, Dr. Sunday Mbang, said this at the 80th birthday anniversary celebration of former president in Abuja. Lekon Agbode has details.
The special Thanksgiving service climaxed the week-long activities commemorating the 80th birthday of Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. It attracted top dignitaries from home and abroad who joined families, friends, and associates to celebrate the former president, who many described as a detribalized Nigerian who has contributed to unity and development of Nigeria, Africa, and the world. In a sermon entitled "The Quality of Gratitude to God," retired prelate Sunday Mbang urged Nigerians to continually offer fruits of gratitude to God and put faith only in Him for His intervention in Nigeria.
I was in love with him when I discovered that he was holding morning prayers every morning in the seat of power. Everybody attended the morning prayer. I don't know how many governors, if you have not done it, I'm asking you, are there governors here? Go and start morning prayers in your state house every morning. I can assure you what you will find will be different.
Grand reception was held where speakers that included the governor of Ogun State, Ibikule Amosun, eulogized the birthday boy for his contributions to humanity.
Yes, there are several things as human that we can say Baba is not perfect. But one thing that nobody can take away from you, sir, is the what I call pan-Nigerianness and pan-Africanism in you.
Highlights of the event included cutting of birthday cake, presentation of gifts, and dance to the melodious music by the renowned Juju maestro, Chief Ebenezer Obe Fabiyi. In Abeokuta, Lekon Agbonde, NTA News.
Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has felicitated the former President Obasanjo on the occasion of his 80th birthday. In a phone call from London, President Buhari told Chief Obasanjo that a time like this provides an opportunity to reflect on Obasanjo's invaluable roles and contributions to the unity and cohesion of Nigeria, the brotherhood of all Africans, as well as peace and amity over the globe. A statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, says President Buhari described the former president as a true citizen of the world. Chief Obasanjo wished President Buhari good health, saying he stands with him in prayers so that he can return soon and continue the good work he's doing for the country. And it's back to Becky now in Lagos for a continuation of Newsline.
Yeah, thank you, Isaac. Moving on, Oak Homes Limited has simplified the quest to own a home in choice areas across Lagos metropolis with special and rare flexible payment options. This was made known by the Chief Executive Officer of the company, Olukayode Olusoya, after unveiling exotic houses available for purchase on Victoria Island and Ikoyi in Lagos. Musa Tolia reports.
It was a gathering to showcase an array of architectural masterpieces developed by Oak Homes Limited. The company officials say these classy units can surprisingly be owned by any interested buyer, as prices are not only affordable, payment plan is flexible. For clients opting to make outright payments, Oak Homes Limited promises staggering discount packages, while those who wish to pay in installments can be rest assured that the plan is devoid of additional interest. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the company, Olukayode Olusoya, stressed that the gesture is born out of the need to complement the efforts of the Lagos State government in addressing the housing deficit in the state.
Does it sound very listening to that? You have 6 projects and with tenacity of purpose, commitments, and I believe in the Nigerian projects.
What are the creating and it's adding to the family.
With more than 2 decades of experience in real estate development subsector, Mr. Olusanya says Oak Homes is not only involved in design, architecture and building, but also engaged in exotic interior decoration.
Oak Homes Limited stands out in terms of its offerings. Oak Homes would offer to customers better value for the same money that other competitors will give to them.
Officials of Oak Homes Limited reiterated the company's commitment to upholding high ethical standards with a view to delivering quality and responsive services at all times.
We have flexible payment plans up to 2 years you can pay without interest. Our watchword is actually affordable luxury, that you can afford what you actually like.
We work with good professionals who ensure quality standard. We don't compromise. We stick to the quality we promise to deliver, and we do it.
It was a day of immense joy and gratitude to God as the families of Alhaji Muhammad Ali Kumo and that of Alhaji Shehu Musa witnessed the coming together of their children, Ali Muhammad Ali and Fatima Shehu as husband and wife. Suleiman Abdullahi Ragig Chikun was at Malumfashi, Katsina State for the event.
Of the former President Court of Appeal and Galadiman Katsina, Justice Mamman Nasir, was full to capacity as kith and kin of the families of Alhaji Muhammad Ali Kumo and Shehu Musa, including the Director General Nigeria Television Authority, Yakubu Ibn Muhammad, converged to witness the wedding fatiha of the groom Ali Muhammad Ali Kumo and Malumfashi bomb bride Fatima Shehu Musa, while Governor of Bauchi State Muhammad Abdullahi Abubakar stood in for the groom. Former President Court of Appeal Justice Mamman Nasir gave out the hands of the bride in marriage after the mandatory payment of 100,000 naira dowry.
It is definite that when two human beings cohabit, definitely there will come a time when they will disagree. When they disagree, I advise them to give it time. As the saying goes, time is the greatest healer.
Thereafter, as it is the usual practice and tradition, parents of the couple admonished the newlyweds to be God-fearing by living in accordance with the Islamic teachings and make patience their watchword for a peaceful family.
My advice is to be patient, and pray hard.
They should live an honest life, work very hard. Nothing comes easy, and you should have patience. And in anything you do, you put fear of God first.
The guests who witnessed the wedding were also treated to a grand reception with much to dine and wine. Musical interlude added spectacle to the event and the admiration of the guests.
Wishing the new couple a blissful married life. Next up, it is the norm that after marriage, a woman drops her maiden name to adopt the family name of her husband. This is exactly what Aisha, daughter of late Senator Mahmoud Waziri, did when she tied the nuptial knot with Olajide. Let's hear the full story from Saliu Abdullahi in Abuja.
Indeed, it is a love story to behold, as every moment heralding the wedding between Aisha and Olajide, no doubt, reminds one of how unions such as these help in building intertribal relationship in Nigeria. It was a dream come true to the families of the couple, Aisha, daughter of a political icon, late Senator Mahmoud Waziri from Adamawa State, and her husband, Olajide, son to Ambassador Tunji Olagunju from Kwara State. Their journey to matrimony formally started at the Al-Nur Jumat Mosque in Abuja. Ambassador Baba Kingibbe, on behalf of the husband family, paid 50,000 naira as bride price to the family of Aisha. Thereafter, Sheikh Sharif Muhammad Saleh, in the presence of family members, friends, and well-wishers, formally joined Aisha and Olajide as husband and wife according to Islamic injunction. This was followed with a colorful reception still in the nation's capital, Abuja. Guests comprising people of different status from across the country and beyond had a fun-filled moment, not only to eat and drink, but to show their solidarity to the families of the couple. The elated couple, in company of friends in grand style, stormed the venue igniting the dancing spirit of everyone. Merrymaking was, however, put to halt to allow a minute silence in honor of the bride's father, late Senator Mahmoud Waziri. Speakers, including chairman of the occasion, Professor Dan Adebi, advised couple to see their marriage as an institution where both need to learn with love and effective communication.
There's no way you can have a good marriage if you do not communicate.
They should concentrate on marriage and pay little attention what commitment they have made towards wedding.
Their parents did not agree less, as they say wedding is beyond merrymaking.
I wish them a rich understanding of themselves and our society.
We try their possible best and correct any misunderstanding at any time it arises with maturity.
Think together and do things together. There should be no secret between the two of them.
The couple cut their wedding cake and took to the dance floor. They assured that love will be a guiding principle in handling unknown obstacles as they commence the journey of marriage.
Well, I'll try my best to make sure she's always very happy, and I'll do the best of my ability to make sure she's happy.
He's a very nice man, God-fearing and trustworthy. Those are the qualities that I'd like to see in a man.
Congratulations to the new couple. We wish you all the best. This report is by Ifoma Aihoji in Uyo. Her observation is that pregnant women no longer dress in what is popularly known as maternity gown. Most of them have assumed a new style, which they say is trendy for pregnant women. What's this new fashion trend, and what do healthcare experts have to say about it?
In the past, every pregnant woman always had a change of wardrobe, particularly at the advanced stage of the pregnancy. You will always know them by their free gowns that nicely accommodated their protruding tummies. But today the story is different. You now see pregnant women with tight-fitting dresses, others wear very skimpy dresses. We have some wear jean trousers. The question is, what happened to the maternity gowns?
Everything has changed, including mode of dressing. You see women today wearing their body fits with a very large tummy, pregnant woman. That's not right.
Let's find out from some 21st century pregnant women the reasons for their choice of wears in pregnancy.
I feel when I put on something that is so free, it will make my movements to be so dull. I won't look so smart.
When you wear a cloth that is tight, or maybe a skirt that you buckle so tight, even the woman herself will not be comfortable.
What I feel is not comfortable is losing clothes that is free, not tight, jean and all that. You can put on a gown, you can use leggings, a long top, as long as it's free.
Let's go to the antenatal clinic for a lecture on the right dressing for pregnant women.
A pregnant woman is supposed to wear something that is free. It's not compressing the abdomen. It has no pressure on the baby and has no pressure on her. You know, she's likely to have swollen legs if she's pressed too much. Even the weight of the baby alone can cause that pressure.
Medical experts say there is no research-based medical consequences of wearing tight wears during pregnancy. However, various discomforts including heartburn, increased vaginal yeast infection, pain in the abdomen, chest, arms and breasts may occur.
When the clothes are tight, you are also tightening the baby and constricting the environment of the baby. We constrict the environment of the baby, are constricting the movement of the baby, are constricting the freedom of the baby, are constricting the general well-being of the baby.
There is really no reason for not wearing comfortable maternity clothing as soon as it is needed. There are stylish, comfortable maternity options for every budget. Clothes tailored specifically to fit a pregnant body will be more comfortable, more flattering, and most importantly, more beneficial to the health of both the mom and her developing baby.
If it's safe and decent, why not? I'm just saying. Now, the storyteller of this heartwarming report is Momso Damian Dati in Mina. In a nutshell, a couple in their 50s got married 23 years ago. All this time, pregnancy eluded them. It was a foregone conclusion by all and sundry that theirs was a case of barrenness. But how wrong can people be? Because this couple has proved everyone wrong. Let's see how.
It's been proven scientifically and medically that most women between the ages of 45 and 50 above attain the stage of menopause and therefore have slim chances of conceiving. The reverse is, however, the case for 51-year-old Victoria Gia, who did not only defy the law of science, but gave birth to 3 babies at a go. Having been married to Amos Gia, a 53-year-old primary school teacher, since February 5, 1994, the couple have since been expecting the fruit of the womb.
Sometimes you can even weep without knowing, especially when you see somebody's child outside and you send them, they refuse to go.
At times I cry. At times I'll say, does God forget me? Then I'll come back and confess again that God should forgive me.
Their expectations were, however, fulfilled when 2 boys and 1 girl arrived coincidentally 2 days after their 23rd wedding anniversary, which was on the 7th of February 2017.
When they came out from the theater, they said there are 3. Said, 3? But from what our expectation is 2.
Considering the present economic situation, 53-year-old Amos, a primary school teacher at Patishaba Kolo in Lavu local government area of Niger State, and 51-year-old Victoria, a library staff of the Federal University of Technology, Mina. How will they cope with the triplets, who also require artificial milk to complement their breast milk?
God, I give them to me, to my family. He also give me the money that I will use to take care of them.
Will Amos and Victoria love to have more children?
And even with this one, I thank God.
So that means you don't want more. Victoria's pregnancy and the childbirth were managed by experts at the Jumai Babangida Aliyu Maternal and Neonatal Hospital, Mina, after 7 months of pregnancy and through cesarean operation.
The case of that woman is not a spontaneous conception. It was assisted.
Considering the ages of Amos and Victoria, it is expected that their years of service will be limited, as they both may have to retire in about 10 years from now. What then will be the fate of the triplets, who will just be about 10 years of age?
That testimony is worth repeating, and congrats to the new parents. We are so inspired. Another break is up next. When we return from it, we shall tell you about a health condition that affects the spinal cord. Stay on the line.
From what we have seen, we have the capacity which we can rapidly develop or feed in ourselves. If we don't import rice, we stop importing corn and other grains. Nigeria will have plenty of money to invest into developing industries, especially manufacturing, textiles and so on, and develop iron and steel, and complement the infrastructure development. So really, the opportunities are virtually limitless, and we are very, very aware of this, and we are prepared to exploit it to the fullest.
You two need to clean up this place right now. Now.
Game over.
Sometimes when it gets too much, ooh, just do the trick chop. Every time that you want to, ooh, just do the trick chop. Open up, say and just do the trick chop.
Creamy vanilla and yummy strawberry cream in crunchy Chick Choc Twingles.
Ooh, make it just do the, just do the.
Make every moment fun with Chick Choc Twinkles and Chick Choc All Sports Wafers. Do the Chick Choc.
La 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 love is love. Let's talk.
Can y'all make do this?
Let's talk about la 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 love is love. La 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 la.
Can your milk do this?
Love is sweet tea, love is a muppet. Love is boiled sweet stuck to your pockets. Love is a kiss when you leave.
Can your milk do this?
Can your milk do this? Mine can.
With Hollandia evaporated milk, your cereals, oats, smoothies, custards, ice cream, and variation of beverages taste pleasantly different. Hollandia evaporated milk. Life tastes different.
From the House of Chi.
The Future Assured project and its components get involved. Initiated by the wife of the president, Her Excellency Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, is not relenting in championing the cause of Nigerian women and children. Its provision of free medical screening, educational support, and the fight against malnutrition, especially in the Northeast, has indeed informed international recognition, partnerships, and awards.
We are very grateful and appreciative for your wonderful gesture you have accorded to us.
With Future Assured, Nigerian women and children are assured of a bright future.
Future is assured when we join hands to promote the health of our women and children. Get involved.
Get involved and support the Future Assured initiative. Future Assured, promoting and protecting the lives of Nigerian women and children.
The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, is working to ensure access to safe, good quality essential medicines with the World Health Organization pre-qualification of made in Nigeria pharmaceutical products, stiffer penalties for fake drug offenders with a review of NAFDAC laws, national, regional, and international collaborations, cutting-edge technologies, including the mobile authentication service.
NAFDAC impacts upon everything we do, including water we drink, the food we eat. They are important organs to the development of this country. And everybody should come out and join them and support them and help them to achieve the greatest benefits and success that they need to record.
Let us support NAFDAC to win the war against fake drugs and other unwholesome regulated products. NAFDAC, safeguarding the health of the nation.
The attention of the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, has once again been drawn to the nefarious activities of some criminal elements in the society who have devised yet another devilish method of defrauding unsuspecting members of the public by impersonating the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Engineer Babachir David Lawal. They seek monetary gratifications from their victims who, as usual, they are sure of employment in the public service or outright political appointments. Department of State Services, DSS, and other security agencies have been informed and are working assiduously to curb the occurrence of this ugly phenomenon. Some culprits have indeed been apprehended. For the avoidance of doubt, some of the numbers they used are as follows. Members of the public are therefore hereby advised to be aware of fraudulent callers impersonating the SGF and indeed other top government functionaries. The general public are once again reminded that the federal government of Nigeria has established verifiable channels of communicating with individuals, groups, and organizations. If in doubt, contact the press unit, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Shehu Shagari Complex, Abuja, for clarifications on all matters of public concern. Bolaji Adebiyi, announcer.
To have you back. The spinal cord is a chain of vertebrae bones responsible for the posture and structure of the human body. But there is a health condition that attacks the spinal cord, often leading to an abnormal curvature of the spine. Sufferers usually have one shoulder appearing higher than the other, causing a lopsided gait. Musa Toliat, who interacted with a medical expert, will shed more light on this spinal condition, causes, and available treatment options.
A healthy human spine has 3 curves. They are the cervical spine in the neck area, the second curve is the thoracic spine in the upper back, and the third curve is the lumbar spine in the lower back. Medical practitioners, however, point out that an abnormal side-to-side curve of the spine could occur in some people, and this condition is known as scoliosis.
When the spine has a large curve, so that from side to side is beginning to look like an S shape or C shape, then it becomes a problem and a subject for concern. Then we can term it scoliosis.
This health condition, according to medical experts, affects children and teenagers and is not easily detectable.
Scoliosis most times don't manifest any symptoms. And by the way, even about 80% of the causes are idiopathic, that is, are unknown. So this makes it very dicey.
The risk factors of scoliosis are numerous.
The human spine, the backbone is fully formed before birth. So if there's a defect, for example, a missing bone in the spinal vertebra, the backbone, it can lead to scoliosis. Another common cause is a genetic problem like cerebral palsy. If your child has the legs, what we call the lower legs now, the legs or the hands, the particular one is shorter than the other, that could be a pointer because it's also a risk factor for scoliosis.
Although scoliosis can be hereditary, it can also be prevented.
Early detection is very key to prevent worsening of the cough. Don't just wish it away. Even if you don't know what to do, just go to a doctor. If the cough is becoming worsening, surgery is a definite treatment.
Medical experts lament that sensitization of scoliosis is non-existent in Nigeria. This is why those who come down with this health condition are often at a loss over what to do. 16-year-old Chinedu Nwansi has been living with scoliosis for 3 years. Due to the lack of awareness, his father, Cousin Nwansi, sought solution in natural bone healing centers before seeking medical help.
Traditional bone healers at Yaba, the man examined him and said he can handle it. It's more than 170-something thousand we paid, but without getting any result, to move to orthopedic, Gobi. Somebody gave us the name of this doctor that we went to. He now said the earlier we do this thing, the better, because at the age of 18, it cannot be corrected again.
Coping with scoliosis has been a daunting task for Chinedu, especially in the final weeks in secondary school.
Some people were calling it hunchback. Hunchback, then I felt bad when they were saying it. Sometimes I'll just be there thinking, like, is this how I'm going to live my life forever? I just put my hope on God to just help me get well.
Chinedu has undergone several tests and x-rays at the National Orthopedic Hospital, Igbobi. What is standing between him and a healthy body is 2 million naira. Untreated scoliosis over time can cause the vertebrae to move out of position, thereby confining the sufferer to a wheelchair.
If a severe scoliosis worsens without proper medical attention, it can debilitate the patient.
Thank you, Musa, for that informative piece. Gradually but surely, we are running off. Let's take the last break and do so when we return. Stay on the line.
Nigerians. Suicide bombers are not spirits. They are not ghosts. They are human beings like you and me. They live amongst us. They are your neighbors. They are your friends today, but terrorists tomorrow. So you must know your neighbor now. Security begins with you and me. Know your neighbor. Be vigilant. Be security conscious. Report suspicious persons, objects, and movements to the police and other security agencies. The security of our nation is a duty for you and me.
If you see something, say something. Nigeria, unite against terrorism. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Welcome back. A name is what a person, place, or thing is called. For humans, it is said that the name they are called affects their destiny. Is this true? Annie Daniels reports on names and the implications they may have on the bearer.
When God created the first man and woman in the Garden of Eden, he named them Adam and Eve. A name, therefore, is God ordained. It is appropriate then to say that everybody should be given a name by their parents at birth.
Even Adam identify each animals by their name. So for individuals to be different from the next person, we must have a name.
So what determines the name given to a child?
So the events that go around your time of birth actually stipulate the names we are going to be giving. And there's some special name that what they call the name you borrowed from the womb.
My name is Rasaki. A good person will get the pity people.
Edward.
Okay, and what does it mean?
Well, people see maybe someone who has big head, but no, it means a rich guardian.
Do the meaning of names manifest in the lives of people who bear them?
My name is Adiola.
What does it mean?
Adiola means crown of wealth.
So what's the crown on your head? What's it on your head?
I guess it's inside of me. It's something I carry. It's a notion. It's the way I carry myself.
God gifts, and I'm seeing it in my life.
This respondent, a custodian of the Igbo tradition, says names are linked to ancestral lineages.
Through a name, you know what is this family without it being explained to you. As an aborigine of the land, I am a descendant of Agomo. Agomo is a descendant of Ezerendo. Ezerendo is the son of Egege.
He makes a further revelation.
It's the name that will tell who you are, where you come from, up to your progenitor.
There are people who are not comfortable with the name given to them at birth, and so either drop such a name or alter it.
Initially, I was bearing Ogunye. Well, due to conviction and I don't know, I've changed it to Oluwaye. Oluwaye means that God lives. God lives forever.
This respondent, however, says no matter what his name means, he can't drop it.
My name is Sadiq. My name means the truthful prophet.
So Muslim asked if he has never told a lie.
There are some lies that are necessary. You have to tell them. For instance, if I'm in the school and I'm supposed to submit an assignment and I couldn't make it, if I lie about submitting an assignment, that's a normal lie.
Come to think of it, have you ever thought of what it will be like without a name?
It will be chaos because if I want to call someone and I don't know the person's name and there's no name to call the person, that would be looking for trouble.
Well, while it is appropriate for everybody to have a name for identification, it is very important for parents to give their children names that will uplift and not oppress and suppress them in life.
Watching that, it just dawned on me that some parents name children because they love the name, the way it sounds, especially English names. Those names have meanings, sometimes scary meanings. Let's be mindful of our choices. We are done with today's offering of Newsline. Thanks for staying on the line. Be there when we return next week with nice stories just for you. For now, good night and God bless Nigeria.
If you can deliver a fresh and more appealing and trendier NTA logo, then you stand the chance to win the NTA Refresh logo competition.